Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you? So, it's Friday morning, and I didn't think I'd get to talk to you, let alone get to talk to you from home. Yesterday the trailer arrived. It was fantastic. It was a horrible day. It rained all day, and it was too bad because it really made things very difficult. We were covered in mud, schlepping all the stuff from the cars into the trailer, but we got it done and we spent our first night there last night. Wasn't sure what the bed was going to be like. It was a new mattress, of course, but it was great. It was really, really comfortable. It was cold. I mean, I don't know what time during the night I woke up. I didn't know where the hell I was, which was funny. Um, but it was cold. So I went out to the couch and got our little blankies and brought them back and kind of snuggled us up because it was cold. And I'm not a snuggler. I get too hot even before this whole menopause crap happened. And we kind of sleep on separate edges of the bed, which is fine by me. That works, but it was cold. So anyway, I'm going to talk more about the menopause thing after the bags, because I'll do the same thing that I've been trying to do. Get the bags out of the way first. Hot flash. Look. Fuck. Oh, sorry. Get the bags out of the way first, and then we can chitty chat. Now, I did something a little different on Wednesday with my listing. I've listed a bunch of small pouches, clutches, just because, again, I'm out of my vintage stock that I shopped for before this stay-at-home order. And now I'm just going through more of the stuff that I have at home already. I mean, we've talked about this. I have way more stuff than you can imagine. And the fact that I still shop is just because I'm a shopper and I have an addiction. And that's just the way it is. And there's many, many, many of us out there. So I don't care. Even Bruce's 86-year-old mother would talk about getting in a fight with her husband and going shopping to make herself feel better. So it's a thing. It's been a thing for centuries. So, if you put yourself in debt because of it, okay, I guess it can be issue related. But anyway, so that was, again, I digress. You know me. I always do. So the first item I have for you, if any of you recognize this symbol, do you know what it is? I'm not telling you. So you'll have to wait until I show you the tag. So it's a little kind of fuchsia pink clutch slash whatever you want it to be. The interior is really nice. It's just like a coated canvas. There is a little mark here. And there's the label. I don't know if you can read it. It's Anne Klein. Now, it's Anne Klein for Calderon. So this dates the bag 80s, 90s, around that time, because Calderon is no longer in business. Now, I didn't know that Anne Klein would do specific items for a specific retailer. Now, it was a long time ago, but yeah, that was different. So the lion is Anne Klein. That's definitely her symbol. So I've had this bag for a long time because I wanted to use it. I love the color. I love pink, which is kind of crazy because I'm not really a girly girl, but I like this color. And it didn't have a strap. Has another little hangy taggy thing there with the lion on it. So it does have a zip pocket. So it had these little rings in the corner, which I presume there was a strap attached to. Now, they are not very visible at all, which is why I felt comfortable adding a silver tone chain to a bag that has gold tone hardware. You really can't see the hardware. You can't see it really at all. So I didn't mind. This will come off and you can use it as a clutch if you want. But chain straps are in like crazy this season, and it's long enough that you can go crossbody or shoulder. And I had this already, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to include it. Now, in order to zip it up, the zipper is quite stiff, but I'd rather have a stiff one than a broken one. Sorry, Mom. Oh, I have such a perverted brain. Bruce would just shake his head right now. He'd just be shaking his head right now. Oh, my goodness me. I've been a weirdo the last couple of days. We'll have this talk with my menopause information. A little bit of corner wear. A little bit. Just a tiny bit of darkening. Really nothing on this side. Just that one little corner piece. But it's a great white cotton dress, yellow dress, green, floral. Be really, really cute for spring, summer. So that's the first item. Second item is really cool. I think it's quite equestrian looking. I don't know why. I think it's because the equestrian boots, where the leg is black and then the calf band is this tan color. I guess maybe that's where I'm getting it from. So this, I feel, is probably a toiletry bag, I think. I don't know. Can you use it as a clutch? Absolutely you can. Can you use it as a document pouch or for whatever you want to use it for? Yes, you can. It's by Delane. I've got a couple of Delane pieces. Canadian manufacturer. Fantastic stuff. So the carcass is black leather and then you've got all the tan. Now this was all very dry. So I've moisturized it with my Chamberlain's moisturizing wax or whatever it's called, which I love. I really do love it. I'm trying to be a little bit sparing with it now because I'm starting to get to the end of the tin. So there is one little area of damage. If you can see that, it's just the leather has split. The stitching is fine. And really, you really can't even see it. But as always, I would rather err on the side of caution. Little metal bits here. It's got a nice kind of gusset. It's got an interior pouch. And again, there's your Delane, Vancouver, Canada, and a zipper pouch inside, which pretty well goes all the way down to here. So it's a great little piece. Male, female, very unisex, I feel. Oh, and it's got a zipper out here. And that goes down to about here as well. So it's very versatile, but it's really nice quality. I really like it. So that's number 2. Number 3, I love this little guy. And I was actually using this, but it was just too big. It's a makeup bag. And it's by Carla Civita Design. It's got these cool... got this cool owl thing on the pull tag. It's got a little stamped piece of leather. It's got the little owly guy here. And it's kind of stamped all inside Civita with a little owly. And there's your label. A little zipper. There's a divider. And it's all wipeable. A little bit of schmutz there. Oh, okay. So it does have a little bit of damage inside. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, okay. It's not ripped or anything. There's just a little bit of wear. I'll need to adjust the listing. I didn't see that. I didn't even see it inside. So it's not ripped or anything. It's just a little bit of just in the corners. Okay. Still lovely though. Very unique. I just think it's great. Nice little gusset on the bottom. I just love it. So there we go. And last but not least is this kind of funky looking 70s wristlet. It's kind of a stiff leather. Now, I'm not sure what the purpose of the brass tone hardware zipper in the middle and then a silver zipper on the outside. I'm not quite sure what that is all about. So it's a raw leather here and then just a heavy canvas on the inside as well. It has, so that's a zippered pocket and then it has a slip pocket here. So it's kind of cool. Again, a little masculine, I feel. I think you could probably get away with using this as, you know, a gentleman's. And if you still felt it was a little feminine, maybe even take this off, I guess. But really nice. I mean, it's in pristine condition. I don't even think it's ever been used. But just something a little different. So that's what I did with my listings on Wednesday. So if that's my bag lovers, if that's all you're here to see, thank you for joining me. And I'll see you hopefully on Monday. Now, for those of you who want to hang around and chitty chat, I finally yesterday called the doctor because I was so agitated yesterday. I could have punched somebody. And it's nothing new. This has happened many times, more so over the last 3 weeks than ever. And it's not because Bruce is here. It's not. It's just, I can feel it inside me. And it's like a rage. And it's very debilitating in that I can't go about my usual activities because I just don't feel like doing anything. And the hot flashes and yada yada. So I called my doctor. I have not seen my doctor in years. Dr. Aguano, he's a lovely, lovely man, quite handsome as well. But we actually had a phone conversation. I mean, this time last year, I broke my foot and I didn't talk to him at all. I dealt with the nurse. I dealt with, you know, whoever. But he called me. I have a history with depression. I probably had 2, possibly 3 major bouts over my lifetime. So I was getting a little concerned that maybe that predisposed me to the menopause stuff. So we talked about that and he said, nope, not necessarily. They stopped doing hormone replacement top-ups or whatever, substitutes years ago, but they have since started to go back to it. However, he didn't feel that my menopause, you know, like the hot flashes, like I get maybe 5 or 6 a day, which he didn't feel was enough to go down that road. So he was more concerned about the agitation, which to be honest, I am too. Now I haven't exercised properly in a couple of months, so that might have something to do with it as well. So what he suggested to me was that I go back on an antidepressant, which my first concern was I'm going to get fat again. And he said, no, they've come a long way since I was on them last. And then there's the cost. I don't have benefits. So they're not cheap. So I think I have a prescription waiting for me. He said, let's try it. But I think what I'm going to do is it will really give me the motivation to get cracking as I eat a Joe Louis. Full disclosure. I'm really going to kick my own ass hard for a month and see if I can. He wants me to go and get blood work as well. So I don't want my sugar numbers to be up, because this time last year, my sugar numbers were way down. He was so pleased with me, and now I don't think it would be quite so good. So I'm going to kick it really, really, really hard for a month and see if that... I'd rather not be on medication. I have a slow thyroid as well. I don't take medication for it because it's really borderline. And if I don't have to take a medication, I don't want to take a medication. And as of right now, I don't take anything. So, I'm gonna, and he said weight training for maturing ladies. He said every conference I go to, because he's probably younger than me. He's probably just coming up for 50. So he's very forward thinking. I mean, he owns the practice, or he's part owner in his practice. So it's in his best interest to always be looking at what's new out there. So he said every conference he goes to, the weight training, more so than any cardio, is recurring information. So for you ladies out there who listen to me, who are in their 50s, who are approaching menopause or already there like me, start doing some weight training. I've always weight trained, and to be honest, I prefer it to the cardio. But I've just kind of dropped the plot on all of it when the renovations started here. So I need to get back to it. So that was just, for information from my doctor about me, but maybe there's some nuggets of wisdom in there for any of you who are struggling, because even I had terrible, terrible periods towards the end. I mean, personal conversation, whatever. If it can help someone, I don't care. And I went to see the doctor, and he just kind of said, not much we can do, which, I love him. But, a couple, 3 years later, I went to see the nurse practitioner, and she said, oh, there's so much we could have done. And she said, he's a man, and unfortunately, you guys, I know there's some guys that watch me. You don't know what that's all about. It's horrible. So I suffered for a very long time, and the pain, and it was debilitating. I was usually in bed for at least a day, and there was sickness and all kinds of stuff. So I didn't want to suffer menopause if I didn't need to. So I think the exercise and just the confidence and self-esteem, I'm not feeling very attractive and feeling very, whatever. It's textbook stuff. I know it. So, but seeing it in front of me, vis-a-vis the doctor, it really will help, I hope. So I'm wearing my Brock Recreation and Leisure Studies sweatshirt today. Today is the 11th anniversary of my last exam at Brock University. I went back to school in 2005. Actually, I went back in 2002, and the kids were 2 and 3 years old. They were just way too young. So I left it for a couple of years, and then I went back in 2005 and graduated in 2010. I took 3 courses a semester. I couldn't handle 5 with the kids, and had a job, and I don't know how I did it. Holy shit, I don't know how I did it. But it came up in my Facebook memories today. So, yeah, it was one of the best experiences of my life. And it's really cool to see a lot of the young ladies that I used to hang around with, who are now, 2, 3 children in, married, and for those who aren't, who are choosing to have kids and raising them on their own, as I did. It's wonderful to see. So, lots of things happening. The trailer, as I said, arrived. The lot, the gravel was down in the actual space where the trailer is going. But, 70-kilometer winds today, so I doubt very much he'll be up today. Excuse me. But... yeah, a lot of money to spread some gravel and put some... I know the wood prices are through the roof right now, but literally the gazebo is 4, they're probably 8 by 8 posts. So 4 of those Um, maybe 10, 15 sheets of ply, and then whatever 2x4s, 2x6s, maybe 6 of those. I mean, Bruce is paying thousands of dollars for this job. And nope, but it's his deal. If he wants to deal with it with the gentleman. I mean, Bruce even said, well, I want this and this. He wanted like a little bar area in the gazebo. And he's like, oh, yeah, that'll be $900 more. And I was like, yeah, no, but like I said, it's Bruce's thing. If he wants to deal with the gentleman, then I will stay out of it. And the cable guy was supposed to come today. The internet guy, they arrived and didn't have the correct material. So you know what? But I will say, just before I go, Niagara Trailers, for those of you who are local, if you ever need a trailer, oh my goodness me, it has been a wonderful experience. Now, Bruce bought this trailer October 2nd last year, and it's been painful to make payments for 6-7 months and not actually have the use of what it is you're paying monthly for. But they were amazing. They delivered it. The guy had just a dually. It wasn't any, and he backed it in there like nothing. 40-footer. No problem. They leveled it. They had all the cement blocks. They attached the water, the sewer, the electrical. They had supplied the hoses. Needed a bit more of the white PVC for the water, the sewer. Had it in his truck. The cable people should, ExploreNet should at least, how can you not, they knew it was a trailer park. So anyway, Niagara Trailers was amazing. He took us through the whole trailer, showed us how to work the awning. Bruce thought it was a remote control awning. It's not. The trailer is 2013, so it's just like even the stereo system, which has, you can either do a DVD or a CD. It's kind of cool, but we're pre-Bluetooth by a few years. So it's too bad it doesn't have Bluetooth capabilities, but there is a hack for it, which I have on my own little stereo in here. So we'll get that, and that way we can use our Spotify and whatever. Speakers in the thing are fantastic. We put the god awful shower curtain up. Actually, I took a little video of it. I should probably post it, but I don't know. Sometimes Bruce gets a little weirdy about being on film. So I looked at him this morning. I said, "You've lost weight, bastard." He's giving it to me. I said to his dad the other day, I said, you want 20 pounds? And he went, oh, no, no, no. And his mom said, you could use 20 pounds. I said, which cheek? The right cheek or the left cheek? He's just skin and bone. He's just skin and bone. But he looks great since he's had his colonoscopy and his endoscopy, I think it is. He looks fantastic. He's chipper. He's, able to sit a little longer at the dinner table as opposed to running straight back to his heating pad because he has really chronic back pain. Anyway, so that's all my updates, I think. I think it's a beautiful sunny day, but it is windy. Leather Bag Lady weather report. It's like weather warning, wind warnings and all that kind of thing. I can't imagine what it's like on the Skyway today. Holy moly. The trailer was shaking. That's how windy it is. And our park is it even has a little disclaimer on their pamphlet information that the park is prone to very high winds. And the flooding from all the rain yesterday. I mean, it's just a disaster up there. We were covered in mud. And Bruce wore white socks. So I turned my washing machine off because it was going to make too much noise. It drives him nuts. But anyway, holy shit, almost 25 minutes in. So I'll stop this. For those of you who've made it to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I just love chatting with you. It just gives me a little boost every day. So anyway, Have a great weekend. It's Friday. Enjoy. I think the weather's going to be okay. And I will talk to you next week. Okay, everybody. Bye.